When did Lucifer fall? That's the big question. That's what people think. That was between Genesis 1:1 and 1:2. Well, I personally think Lucifer probably fell because we know from Isaiah that he was lifted up with pride. He said, I will ascend to the, I'm not going to be able to quote all, but he said, I will be like the Most High. He wanted the place of Jesus Christ, but notice that God ends up making man later. And I believe Satan probably found out what God's plan for man was, and isn't it true that one of these days we're going to sit with him on his throne? Isn't it true that one of these days, when we see him, we're going to be like him? So isn't it not very possible that Lucifer, who's full of pride, got jealous of man? And that's what I personally think happened. He sees man come along and thinking, these are the people that are going to outrank me one of these days. The Bible says someday that we're going to judge angels. Satan sees the man who's formed from the dust, and he's thinking, I don't like it that they're going to outrank me someday. So what does he do? He comes along and he gets man to fall. And you know what? What's amazing about that? We fell, and yet we're still going to outrank him one of these days, thanks to the redemption process that Jesus Christ did for us. That's an amazing thing right there. And that's why Satan hates us so much. That's why Satan wants to take as many of us to hell as he possibly can. He hates it, the fact that we are all going to be above him. He hates that about us. But it says in Ezekiel 28, verse 11, Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord God, Thou sealest up the sum full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, topaz, the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, the jasper, sapphire, the emerald, the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day thou wast created. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Now, notice all these. What is the midst of the stones of fire? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't get to make up a doctrine about it either, do I? But Satan knows. The devil knows, because he was there. He got to do all these things. He says, Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created till iniquity was found in thee. By the multitude of thy merchandise they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities, by the iniquity of thy traffic. Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee. It shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth, in the sight of all them that behold thee. And they shall know thee among the people, and shall be astonished at thee. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shalt thou be any more. So notice here when it's talking about the fall of Satan, and mostly what's coming for him, it mentions how he had been in Eden. And I personally think that could be, and I'm only speculating. If they can speculate, I can speculate. That was probably, when he fell, after he went in Eden and he caused man to fall. And I think when the Bible's talking about this, it's addressing why he did what he did and why he fell. He was lifted up with pride. He hated man. And so that's my personal opinion on the matter. Okay? But at the same time, it could have been sometime after day 6. It could have even happened sometime in eternity. I don't know, but I don't get to insert the gap theory and talk about a pre-Adamic race and use that to explain the pyramids and Stonehenge and all these weird things. I don't get to do anything like that. That is wrong. That is inappropriate. And so, did Satan fall before this event that we read about in Genesis 3, or is this when iniquity was found in him? We don't know for sure. Therefore, we're not going to get dogmatic and form some weird doctrine.